Welcome everyone. Hi Salwa.
Hi.
Happy to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So just give me a moment.
Rupali, you have 2 devices on, or yeah?
Gotta love technology.
Yeah, I think it's going.
Takes a minute.
Sorry. So we have
Okay.
today Salwa Owens with us. Welcome everyone. So our little Quanto kid, fashionista, she's super talented, Divya. She's going to have the interview of Salwa here. So let me give a brief on Salwa. Just a moment. So Salwa Owens, she is a soulpreneur, fashion designer, fierce fitness creator, stylist, event producer, fashion group international board member, and she's also done her post-graduation from FIDM, Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, Los Angeles. So here we have Salwa. Over to Divya now. Hi Divya.
Divya looks frozen. Just 1 minute.
In the meanwhile, let me talk about Quanto Life and what is Hero is Born program. So Quanto Life is a scientific and spiritual organization. So as a we have this program, A Hero is Born. It is for kids between age 8 to 13, and we help them discover their unique potential through this program. And we also have these role model interviews. So this gives them a boost to their confidence and helps them meet their role models. Like Divya, she also has a very keen interest in fashion, and even at a tender age of 8 years also. Currently she is 12, but from 8 years also she has been designing stuff with her mom's clothes and stuff. She's making awesome stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
So we seem to have lost. They seem to have lost connectivity for a moment. I think they should be back again.
Yeah, she's on a train. So
yeah, so I guess if they are across the tunnel.
Mansi, can you make me the host or the co-host? I would like to share a small video of Salwa for our audience.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
oh, we have a video. Poor thing.
So I think they have entered again. Rupali, what is happening?
It's Mercury retrograde, so technology is not going to be cooperative, you know?
Rupali, it's not playing. It's not playing. We can't see anything. Divya, are you here? Are you back in? Let's see. Rupali, you want to stop the screen share and then get to the right video and then
If you want to try again, well, later is not going to work, huh? Because
yeah. So we have Divya with us again, I think. Hi, Divya. Yeah, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm so sorry that I'm in train, so my network is not working.
That's okay. That's okay, Divya. Can you start? I'll spotlight you. Can you start asking them? That's okay. Okay, we all understand.
Hello everyone, I'm Divya, your host and host for the evening. Today we have the beautiful and talented Salwa Owens. Hi ma'am, welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm not on a train, so that's good. How are you?
I'm also good. I'm so excited to interview you. I hope you are ready for my shower of questions tonight.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so I'm really curious to know about what is that ignited this passion for fashion in you.
What did what? Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. It broke for I didn't.
So I'm really curious to know about what was it that ignited this passion for fashion in you?
I love to create, and so fashion is just one part of it. I love to have a vision and then make it happen. And I feel like our clothing is just something, it's a creative expression that we do every day. So it just was the first thing that came to mind. And then from there, other things kind of started with, other creative products. But fashion is just something we do every day. That's our creative expression. Every day we wake up, we put on clothes. So I kind of thought, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Wow. So I used to create a lot of things with my mom's stores and shrugs. Did you do the similar things when you were young, little?
I made clothes for like my dolls, and I started sewing these hand puppets, and I would sell them at school since I was like 7. And then eventually I started making things, putting things together with, some of my mom's stuff, but mostly I started making stuff for dolls. And then I decided to start selling it at school behind my parents' and teachers' backs.
So can you tell us more about your journey?
Yeah, I pretty much started my fashion business at the same time that I started having my kids. So I did it very, self-made, very one step at a time. I picked one product that was selling well. And that was, for that time, it was scarves, then maxi skirts, then dresses. And then once I had enough money, I had a seamstress and I had a team, then I could make more stuff. Then that was doing good. I saved money from that. And then I was able to go into manufacturing. So I guess my fashion journey, that was pretty much how it was started. So like one thing at a time, not a big crazy investment to start big, but things move quickly because I think anytime you do anything with a good intention, it's going to do well.
Wow, I also love that. So I have many role models. Do you have any?
Role models. Oh, you know what? So this is going to sound different, but I'm very spiritual and I love to communicate with my guides. And they're my role models. I always kind of I meditate, and any idea that's good comes from my quiet meditation time. Anytime I'm seeking advice, I like to kind of go within. And so I would say that my role models are not physical human beings in this current realm, but they definitely count. I consult them for everything.
Okay, so which are your favorite creations till now?
My favorite creations that I've made. Is that the question? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So actually, my favorite creation is an event that I produce called Fierce in the City, because I bring musicians, I bring designers, I bring dance, art, and like purpose. And it's kind of like it's a 2-hour, 3-hour experience. So I love that because creativity has so many different forms that I always want to make sure that I give people more than just fashion. So when I came up with the concept for that show and just seeing how so many different people can be spotlighted at once doing something they love, that's very rewarding. So that is my favorite creation. Besides my kids, they're also my favorite creations.
Okay, so which line of clothing do you relate with the most?
To create or like to wear?
To create.
I love to create. It used to be gowns because they're so pretty and there's so many details. But now I'm moving more towards fitness because it's just clothing that I can wear when I do my dancing and when I'm moving and expressing myself. So it's a little bit of both, the glamorous and then the more practical. I kind of need a balance. That way it kind of like it meets a need, but it also like shows off beauty. I need to do both.
What were the biggest challenges that you faced in your profession?
There's a lot of competition, and there's a lot of people with a lot of funding that I did not have. So that was a kind of, I wouldn't say it was a struggle. It was a challenge, but it was a good one because it made me think practically. Like, this is what I have. What can I turn that into? And not really focus on this is what other people have. Like I don't have an investor, but I have passion, I have talent, I have dedication. Let's make something happen. Also time. I have three kids. And so when I first started my business, they were little. So I was only working when they were napping or when they were in bed. So I was a little tired, but yeah, time and resources. But overall it's a gift because sometimes when you have less to work with, you have to bring more of you. And so it really comes from the heart, and it's not so much like a money thing or, it's you and your expression.
Wow, that's wonderful. Yeah. Can you share an incident which has been your greatest learning experience?
Yeah, there's a couple. So I would say there's so many learning experiences. Definitely when you're in an industry such as fashion, I have learned that, everybody has a different moral code. So you can trust has to be earned. We want to trust everybody because you're good heart, good intentions, you think everybody is the same. I learned that when it comes to business, you have to ask all the questions. You can't just assume that everybody has your moral code. And I definitely learned that. For example, one time I brought a bunch of samples to a sales rep in LA, and she was going to start working for me, representing the line. She disappeared. She was paid a $2,000 deposit. She had a bunch of suitcase full of my clothes, just gone. And I never thought I had to get anything in writing with her because I met her. I'm like, she seems nice. We connected, Yeah, so you connect with your friends. When it comes to business, you get stuff in writing. You know, that was definitely a learning thing.
That must be good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I
Okay.
can hear you. I didn't. Did you ask another question?
Yes. What is your personal style like?
My business timeline?
What is your personal style like?
My posting?
Your personal style.
Oh, my personal style. Oh, it's like this. I like to feel kind of chic. I enjoy putting things together and feeling like, you know, when I leave the house, I'm not going to be hiding and hoping not to run into anybody, because I feel like that I like to just feel good. And if I'm in work mode, I want to feel like, okay, I'm running my business. Even if it's me from home, I want to show up that way. So I would say I like casual chic, but my kind of casual is different than other people's kind of casual, is what I've learned. So we'll just say kind of chic. And, you know, some days comfortable, but I think it's good to, like, it's an act of self-love to kind of put yourself together decently.
Yeah. So, does your creation depend on your moods?
Yeah. What I'm wearing, does it depend on my moods?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you dress how you feel.
But even I. What is your favorite? Who is your favorite designer?
My favorite designer. Well, there's a lot that I like and respect. That's a tough one. I do love a good Yves Saint Laurent suit, structured anything. That's a designer that I've always followed just for inspiration of well-tailored clothing. I don't know a lot of it, but I like to follow it and see how they construct their clothing.
Show some of Divya's creations. Rupali has them.
Yes. So we will have Pankaj share Divya's creations. Yeah.
Oh,
And then we will talk about that. Yes. So
Great.
I will, yes. So Pankaj, you're the co-host. If you could share the screens. Pankaj, are you here?
Yes, yes, I am.
Yes.
Hello.
So some of the creations she has made, yeah, this is something that she has made.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. And
She-
this was when she was much younger. I think she was 10. Pankaj ji, ek minute jara slow kijiye. So this is when she was just like 10, or I mean much younger. I think it's like 2 years old or something.
I would wear that now.
Yeah, and so she would take her mom's stoles and her dupattas, as we call it, from her clothes, and she would make all these dresses, and then at the end of it she would give it back, like, because it's her mother's thing, so she would give it back. So it was like total recycling. She would use it for what she wanted, and then
Borrowing. She's just borrowing it.
yeah, it's just boring. Yeah. So I think the other one is she's made a shrug. Divya, whenever you come, you can, yeah. So that's something that she made on the top. She already had the jeans and all, and then she just.
Out of my money.
And then she is the makeup person for everyone in the house. That's her. So this is one. And then I think there is a picture of her in the fashion show where she had participated.
Oh, look at that walk. Yes, queen. Get it. I love it.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
again something she put together with her mom's stole.
I love that.
Yeah, this is another thing. Yeah, and there is no stitching involved. It's just
Very
safe.
resourceful. Very resourceful.
Yes.
Wow. Beautiful.
She makes. So I believe she made this one. I think it was this one. She made it from her mom's palazzo.
Oh, her pants?
Yeah, her pants, like one, I think one big legged pant. I think that's where she made it from.
Wow. That's cute. That's the whole story.
Yeah. I think these are her dreams. Yeah. Like,
Gorgeous. Yeah, I used to sketch a lot like that. Look at her. She's so pretty.
so
Start
yeah.
of a plaza.
Divya, what did you do in this? I forget. Or this is I don't know. This one, did you make the top or what did you do? I don't remember this one.
She's just looking pretty.
I
Divya,
cut
did
a
you make
portion
the
of
top?
it and wore it as a blouse.
What did you do? Say it again. Divya, beta, say it again. What did you do?
I cut a part of it and made it as a blouse and wear it as a blouse.
Yeah, and what was it before?
It was a plazo.
Oh, okay. So this one also was a plazo, and she's cut a part of it and made it into a top.
Perfect. I'm about to go do that to my palazzo.
Her mom's plazos are in mortal danger all the time of being converted.
I love creating from them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fabric to work with.
And she even for her heroes journeys girls, she even designed looks for them based on their personality.
Yeah.
So she did that also. She's always ready. I think her mom is like her muse, and she'll dress up her mom. She'll teach everybody how to pose and how to get the best shot. She'll do the makeup. She likes to do the whole package.
I think that's amazing. I love it.
So we're going to play a video of some of the looks that she made as part of her hero journey project. I think it's loading. Pankaji, is it loading? Is that the? Yeah, that's okay. Salwa, in this, I don't know if you can see, but she's done a butterfly on her face.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. Is that henna or what is it?
No, I think she just did it with makeup, but did you do it with henna or was it just makeup?
Beautiful. Oh, there's more.
This is her airport look.
I want to know how she learned to do makeup. Maybe she can teach me.
And the hairstyle. And yeah.
Who's behind the camera?
So I think the music is not playing, but I think she had tried to do try to create like 9 different moods and clothes based on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this is like the scary mood, and then one is the happy mood, and
Yeah, this is before coffee in the morning.
this is before coffee.
We are going to get a nightmare today. My God.
So good.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you
Really
so
good.
much for sharing.
Share the video of Salwa also.
Which is the video? Sure.
What
Oh,
Rupali
well, that was for the Fierce Fitness video. It's not fashion though.
fitness.
Yeah. Do you have pictures? I think they have pictures. Do you have pictures of Salwa's work, Pankajji?
Okay, let me share. I haven't shared with them. Give me a moment.
Fitness work.
नहीं दो so वो वाला मत शेयर करिए. Yeah.
It's Fierce Fitness because I left.
Okay.
Rupali, are you sharing some pictures of Salwa's work? Or we'll give it back to Divya.
Yeah, Mansi, just give me a moment. I'll
Sure.
share.
Sure. So hi Divya.
Great. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry about it. We're just sitting in the car now. So really sorry about this.
It's okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
So Salwa, what did you think about Divya's work? And
It's amazing. I mean, she's so talented in like every area, like the creation, but then like the vision of getting everything together, and then like so comfortable sharing your personality. That's the best. I think she's amazing. You're amazing. Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
and Salwa, these are all her ideas. Okay, it's like she is the one who is like the creative force, and she'll be like, even if she needs help from someone else, she's the one directing. This is how it needs to be done. She is very articulate, and she knows her mind, and
Yeah,
she has.
Creative director.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
What do you think about the Indian fashion industries
The fashion in the streets.
of India?
Oh, I love it. I actually worked with the India team for a little bit because the craftsmanship, just everything from like embroidery, beadwork, I mean, all of that, it's just nobody does it like India. But it's just so much handwork that is not, people here don't know how to do it. So I love the attention to detail. I love flowy fabrics and prints and colors. It's just so rich. I love it.
So, have you ever tried a sari?
No, make me one.
You should try it.
I will. I'd love to. I haven't had a reason to wear one yet, but I want to.
Okay, so I saw a few of your videos and pictures on Facebook. I loved it. You look so gorgeous in all the pictures.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
So, do you have any advice for me?
Yes. Keep doing what you're doing. You're so talented. Even as you get a little older and you get busier with other things, don't lose your creative passion because you have such a gift, like really such a gift. So don't ever downplay it and keep doing it 100%. And hire me one day.
And what is soul entrepreneurship? I've never heard it.
So everything that I do is with like soul purpose and it's soul expression. So I believe in that. And I also do work with women, coaching them to find their soul calling. So my business, if it's not aligned with my soul purpose, I don't do it. My events, I always connect them to a nonprofit to give back. It's basically, for me, it means doing business with intention and with soul purpose and full alignment with, what I'm here to do, which is beyond fashion. They get froze a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Divya, are you here? Salwa, I'll ask you a question while she comes.
Yeah.
You have kids, many of who are the same age as our heroes. Are they part of your work? And are they part of all the events you do, the work you do?
They're part of everything. I love to include my kids. Obviously, they're not that helpful, but I love to tell them my ideas because when you tell a creative idea to a kid versus an adult, you get very different feedback. And I actually think that children are so much more pure in their expression and ideas. And so to have them be a part of my creative process, I get the most, the purest feedback. And they actually inspire me to think bigger. They're not, adults, what's the business plan? What's the return on that investment? They kind of ruin everything. Kids, their inner child is so on. So it's kind of a gift to have kids that I can be like, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. And what do you think of this? And they're like, yeah, do more. Or they give me really great feedback too. And I love to make them a part of the process because I bring them to photo shoots. They come to my fashion shows because it's good. I want to inspire them to work, to see kind of start to finish of anything they do, but also creative business. They need to, I want them to know that they can. My youngest wants to be an actor. So I already got him. He's doing some acting jobs. They want to be creative business people and I want to show them it can be done. So I think the best way is to show them how things start with an idea on paper and then make it happen and then put all the pieces together to make it a moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we learned a new thing today. I'm saying that we learned a new word today.
Oh.
So I'm very lucky to interview you.
Huh?
I'm so happy that I got a chance to interview you.
Oh, me too. Thank you.
So if anyone else, thank you, Divya. I really appreciate how you tried to make it work, even though there were a lot of setbacks. And I know that you were so looking forward to this and you had done so much preparation and then you had, and this is sometimes what happens in life where things, things will happen that you cannot control, and then you still have to go with it. You have to still run with it.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you, Divya.
I agree.
So if anyone else has any questions or feedback, Divya, there's so much love for you. I think you're already getting some offers to not only design for people, but also charge them. So I think we might be starting a business here, right here, Salwa, in front of you.
Nice. You should. Yes. She's ready. You got offers. Take them. Uh-huh.
So, Salwa, while other people think of their questions, I wanted to ask you, what is your, like, I just heard how you involve your kids and you expose them to things beyond school, by bringing them to your events. They probably get to meet a lot of people and all. What do you think your kids learn from that? And also, what's your advice to parents, to raise their kids,
Yeah. So I think what my kids learn is not to be in the box cookie cutter, and it's okay to think big or different and take a leap of faith, on an idea. You never know, your idea could be well received or it could totally not, it could be great here and then like other people don't get it. But I want them to know that as long as it's your expression and it's authentic to you and it's like you love to do it, it's not harming anybody. Put it out there and you have nothing to lose. And we are here to do that. We're here to kind of answer our soul's calling to create. So I hope that they're learning that. I think they're learning that. And I want them to be as uniquely different as they want to be. And my daughter, for example, she doesn't dress like anybody else. And sometimes she, instead of taking clothes from my closet, she takes clothes from her dad's closet. And I'm like, okay, but I let her do her. So I think that that's important for me to teach them, but also that everything there's hard work. The balance, being creative is fun, but to actually put things to work, there's a lot of dedication. And so they watch me stay up late sometimes and they watch me work. And so I think they're learning the balance of creativity and business. And I would just love to, if I could share anything with parents, it would be to allow their kids to think big, limitless potential, because we don't need to crush their dreams. That ability to dream big is something that is like the biggest gift. And I think it's taking adults years of spiritual evolution to come back to that. I am limitless. Wow. It's yeah, we were born knowing that. We were just taught to think that we're not. And so actually learn to, instead of telling our kids yeah, you can do that, but right now go do your homework. Have the conversation. Yeah, you want to do that? Tell me more. And how do you envision it? And how could this look? And just be excited to have these conversations. They're not hurting anybody, and they're actually helping your kids inspire you too.
Salwa, I have one more question, and then Sheetal has a question. So one of our heroes, role models that we interviewed, his name is Ranjit Srivastava, and he has created the first trilingual humanoid robot. And he has, he's been on various talk shows in India, and he has, we talked to him about the robot's clothes, and he would like Divya to design one dress for the robot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was wondering if you would be like a mentor to Divya while she did that.
Yeah, I'm here whenever. Yes.
So we will, I don't know if you have a picture of the robot, if someone can share the picture, but I'll send it to you. It's called Rashmi Robot, and she's completely almost like a human, and she has her own wardrobe and everything. And she is especially created to connect to people emotionally. So there is a huge, so as opposed to other robots that have been created for meeting, for doing chores or helping with manufacturing or those kind of things, Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Everyone has a husband.
she has the facial expressions. She has a huge range of facial expressions, of tones, of understanding, and she speaks in like 4 languages. And so yeah, she has her wardrobe and her purpose, and she's been created to meet the social emotional void and to really connect to people. So
Oh.
Ranjit has, we talked to he's talked to Divya about, designing something for her. So yeah, so it would be
Wow, I
Divya's.
would love to see this robot. I mean,
Yes.
so are people gonna buy the robot? Like people that are lonely?
No.
buy a
So
robot?
it's not for. I'll just show. Let me see if I can show you a picture of the Rashmi robot. I think it's gonna be. I think what she speaks is in Hindi, but I will see. If you
Said,
can.
Mansi, it's on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. If they made a male robot, I would buy one for my sister so she can finally get married. She really she's like, she really
Yeah, actually his wife complained a little bit that he's more interested in her wardrobe than in the robot's wardrobe than hers. So
she understands him.
so I think Sheetal has a question. Yes, Sheetal.
Hi. Actually, I too like to design clothes, and I upcycle, and I do different things. So like it's more of you get not appreciated, and like you get criticism more. So like when you started your creative things, so like what were the struggles that you faced, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah. So who do you think you get the criticism from, like, the most?
Can you unmute yourself,
I
Sheetal?
mute. Okay. I like upcycle my husband's shirts. So like my mother-in-law is like somebody else would wear it like that only. So you give it off. Here you cutting it. So like that or whatever. Like when we create, so sometimes it won't be perfect. So like that kind of stuff when we get. So I don't design it for others. I do it for myself and my daughter. So like when I started, because the tailors, whatever it was, like I was not satisfied with what, and it was the same thing, routine everywhere. So I just wanted to be different. So
Yeah.
like I started doing stuff. So like that's what.
That's beautiful. That's why you should create, because for you, and it's your. I always think of it. I definitely got feedback, and especially when you start working with like my first manufactured collection, and I would get, oh, if you do this, it might sell more, or if you do this, it cuts cost, and then you can sell it cheaper. Like a lot of feedback. But I always think that if you start taking people's feedback. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Like, am I going crazy? It's the robot. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. So if you listen to too much feedback, you lose your voice, and that's your gift. You're like a creative conduit. You get ideas, and it's your job to bring them to fruition. And if you start, it's like static. You know how you just heard static on the computer? All these voices, it's like static. You need to tune it out. Definitely have one trusted person that you value their feedback. But I think I learned that everybody kind of gives feedback because they kind of want to be a part of your magic. They really want to be a part of it. They actually like what you're doing. I get feedback on my business ideas and stuff from my parents and my mom, and it's all not always good. It's like, why do you have to do that? Or why are you doing that? And I'm just like, thank you for like watching what I'm doing. I'm so honored. And you kind of want to be a part of it, but like that's it. Because I have a job to bring my ideas to be. And as long as you are enjoying it, I mean, can you imagine if you were making something and then you looked at it and you didn't see you in it at all? Like that would not be rewarding. So yeah, just focus on your vision. And
that's what I I really love doing things, and when I see what I have created, that's the like that satisfaction and that happiness that you get. So that is like then there doesn't need any words approval. So
yeah. And it's such a good time to do upcycles too. You're helping the environment. Honestly, I'm trying to cut back on a lot of I'm doing more recycled materials and sustainable because our planet is suffering. So I think that's great.
True. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, keep doing it. Good job.
Thank you, Salwa. Salwa, we have one more question, and then we are ready to show some of your creations. We have like a few pictures that Divya really liked.
Okay.
So, hi, Tino. You can ask, Kalpana, you can ask your question.
Yeah, hi.
My side also, Mansi.
First of all, I should say you are very beautiful.
One question I also want to ask.
Yes, so Shiva also has a question. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, Tino.
Yeah. First of all, I would say that she is so beautiful, and her smile is just wow.
Aw, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. And my question is that what should be the color combinations one should keep in mind before purchasing regarding our complexion, seeing a complexion? What should be the color combination there? What style of clothes one should wear?
For you?
Tino, let me give her some background about you. So Salwa, Tino has a YouTube channel called Soulful Cooking, Mindful Eating.
Oh,
it is extremely popular. She's an amazing cook, but she's more than that, and she tries to bring it all in a channel. She recently started that during the lockdown. People had been telling her for years.
Yeah.
So
I don't do much with YouTube, but next year I will. So I'm gonna find her.
Yeah, I will share her channel. So I think so Tino, I think, do you want to ask her what would look best on YouTube?
Yeah. Are you shooting in your kitchen usually? Like behind the counter and it's like kitchen lady type of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think you look amazing with bold pops of color. So I would even do some white too. I love the orange you have. I think monochromatic looks really good on camera. So sometimes picking one bold color is really strong. And I think you would look great in like yellow too, like bright.
It's me, right.
Yeah, you have like such a nice warm skin tone and your hair is just like perfect. And so I would definitely play with bright colors. That way when you're on camera and you're doing a lot of things, but you still like kind of really look very chic but poppy, pops of color. I would stay away from like beiges and blacks and anything Kim Kardashian boring colors. No, like live good colors. And if you want to add a combo, a little black, but I think for you, like just bold, like that could even be your statement thing, really play with the bold colors, even a bold pink. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your advice.
Thank you.
Bye.
I am Arohi and I have a question for you.
Yes, Arohi. So, Kalpana, when you use Salwa's advice, we want to see a picture, okay? So that we can send Salwa. Okay, next time you use Salwa's advice in one of your YouTube videos, we want to see that, okay?
I also like to design for my dolls.
Oh, yes, hi, Arohi. Let me put you on.
I like two things. Designing and coloring. I want to be a successful to do two things in a row.
Yes, Arohi. What are the two things?
Like your dress designing techniques. Can you tell us?
So Salwa, this is Arohi, and she is one of our little kids. and she wants to know that what is your process of making, because she likes to make clothes for her dolls and she likes sketching and drawing. So she wants to know how, she wants to know how you actually take an idea and then you make it into clothes. Like, what's your process like?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Do you know how to sew by hand a little bit?
Yes, my grandma teach me.
Oh, I love that. See, we have so much in common because I started making doll clothing and my grandma taught me how to sew. So I actually, because when I made clothes for dolls, they're little. I worked with Barbies. So I would usually
I also.
with Barbies.
She also does Barbies, yeah.
So I had two different things I like to do. Sometimes I would cut just pieces of fabric and just start kind of tying them in different ways. Or just cover her in fabric and like start sewing the shape and then cutting the extra fabric and then kind of just sewing, to fit her form. So I think like just create it on the doll to start. You can sketch your idea and then just kind of see how you start making it on her. Just either adding little pieces of fabric or covering her in one big one and then slowly cutting from it, like sewing it, giving it form. I think that's the best way, for now. I wouldn't worry about making patterns and all of that yet. I would just have my doll, my fabric, and just like start building on her and see how it starts coming together.
I can introduce how I make dresses for my Barbies. First, I will take a fabric. Then I will take the shape, and when that part is the point when we sit, and then first I will sit and cut. Then my process is done. I make it easy and difficult too.
Yes, Arohi, that sounds like a great process.
Yeah, like you got it. Like, okay, you didn't need me to tell you anything. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arohi. So we have a question from Shiva. And, Salwa, in case you're reading the comments, so Sheetal will often dress herself, her daughter, and her daughter's Barbie in the same clothing. Like they're all they all dress the same. They have many pictures like that, where all of them dress the same.
Yeah.
And when I put it on the status, everybody says she's my second daughter. Barbie, every festival, she will also get a new dress. So it's like the three of us, we dress alike.
Wow, that's cute. I love it.
So Shiva, yes. Hi, Shiva.
Salwa mentioned something about. So Salwa, first, thank you very much for coming in our program and inspiring the kids. And your presence has been a huge inspiration for them. So really, my deep gratitude to you. And I was just very curious. You mentioned about the role models from other planes. What is that actually?
Well, my spirit guides. I'm very intuitive and clairvoyant. I talk to them. And I also do some very deep meditations, and I get a lot of visuals for what I'm supposed to do or meant to do beyond fashion. But it's pretty much, I believe in all the ascended masters. I believe there's a lot of light families, and I'm open to receiving input from whatever shows up. Yeah. I don't want to get too weirdly spiritual here, but yeah, all of it.
Yeah. So we all are very weird people. Don't worry about it. because you will love our company. We all are very weird because we have a vibrational field called Quanto, which has a presence of huge number of cosmic beings, and a lot of great masters are part of that. So
Yeah.
once you connect with that field, you get connected with all those intuitive cosmic beings and great sages and masters.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you would love it.
Yeah. I would.
In fact, yeah. Mansi, in fact, you can just help her experience Quanto field. I mean, any
Yeah.
experience Quanto field right now. And in fact, she can experience it even more because she's very intuitive.
Yeah. So when do you suggest that, Shiva? During one of
Anytime, I
our
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to do that, Salwa? Would you
Yeah,
like to connect?
I talk to ETs all the time. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I'm in.
Absolutely.
Oh, one of
Salwa,
the things one of the things which came like a revelation for me, that the only religion which had a throbbing vibrational field is Christianity. Because what
Yeah.
is the Holy Spirit basically? It's a
Well, it's
vibrational field.
consciousness, right?
What is the Holy Spirit? Holy Spirit is a vibration of anyone who is Jesus and the Father. It is a collective intelligence of everyone. So
Yeah.
it is everybody who says in the name of Holy Spirit, that person is connected with that. So the whole Christianity is converted into one collective phenomena. So that's
Yeah.
why there is a huge feedback flowing, there is a huge interconnection, and there are huge inventions. It's because they have a throbbing vibrational field.
Mhm.
Now we have this vibrational field called Quanto,
Mhm.
which is now the vibrational field called Holy Spirit. It came into being at some point of time when there were certain kind of circumstances, certain of consciousness. Now in the current consciousness, which is like full of chaos, we have this vibrational field called Quanto, which is about dealing with the chaos of life in most creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learn to love this. I invite you to experience this.
Yeah, no, I love that. I definitely love and connecting with frequency aligned groups. So yeah, sounds good.
Shiva, maybe during one of our Quanto USA sessions, which we do on Thursday evenings, maybe you and Salwa can both join and we can connect together with that group.
Yes,
Does that
definitely.
sound
Inform
good?
me, I'll be there.
Yeah, I will. I think Divya has a question. Salwa, one more question, about Shiva. This is a new look. Shiva, aap zara can you sit more straighter? So Shiva has also been because clothes they are so close to our body. We have our aura, we have our body, which is real an instrument to connect to divinity, to express divinity. So it's really like a temple. And I think Shiva's entering again. So the clothes, what we wear is, because we want everything to be in harmony. When we are speaking our voice, we want our voice, we want our body, we want our aura, we even want our clothes. Everything should be like one voice, it should express. So Shiva has been experimenting with his own look, because that is also an expression of who he is. And what do you think about that? If you can see Shiva, I think.
Where's
Shiva,
the look?
yeah.
I want to see the look.
Yeah. Shiva, can you turn your camera on? Today, I don't know what's up with everyone's internet today.
Mercury retrograde, I tell you.
Shiva, can you turn your camera on? While Shiva connects, Divya, would you like to ask your question?
Yeah, sure. So my question is that I want to ask that in which age you decided that you want to become a fashion designer?
I think I was like, So I wanted, at first, I had a very weird trajectory of what I wanted to be. 'Cause I actually thought that I wanted to be a nun until I was like 9. And then I went, and it was only because I had such faith and connection to just God. And at that time I thought, well, that means I have to have a religious life, you know? And then eventually I realized God's just source light. You don't need to be a nun. I'm like, okay. So then I went from that to fashion designer. Yeah. It was probably around 7 that I was already kind of doing little projects and selling them at school. They weren't that great, but I was like, hey, this is a business. And around 9 that I really wanted to pursue it as a career.
So one more question, that in what age you bought your own sewing machine? I also want to get one.
She wants to get one.
Honestly, I didn't get a sewing machine until I enrolled in FIDM, and I needed one. That's the fashion. I did my postgraduate fashion design studies in LA, so I didn't get it till I was like 22. But I wasn't making I was doing little things by hand. I wasn't making like real clothes. You're gonna need one a lot sooner than 22. You're way ahead than I was.
I think this was her way to tell her parents that I need a sewing machine now.
I think I answered wrong. Did I say 22? I meant 2. Yeah. At 2. Yeah, go get it.
So Mukul has a deadly question for you, Salwa. Mukul, you want to ask that?
Oh.
Do you want to ask that?
Okay.
Wait, did Mukul drop off? Yeah, Mukul, you want to ask that or you want me to ask that?
Hello. Hi, Salwa.
Hi.
So a very simple question.
Where's what?
A very simple question. What kind of design creates a trustworthy image? So this is for men.
What kind of what? Sorry, there was static. I didn't hear it too good.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
My question is, what kind of designs create a trustworthy image for men?
What kind of designs create what image for men?
A trustworthy.
Trustworthy. Okay. Clean and ironed and don't smell bad. Really. If I trust that you can like do laundry and put yourself together, then we're good. I really feel like it's very simple. Men don't have to like really it's about just like looking presentable and clean. And of course, if you want to do business, polo and a button down, but I think if you just are not wrinkly or smelly, you're trustworthy. I know my bar is pretty low, I guess. That's it.
Where is this question coming from? That's what I want to know. So Mukul is in IT industry, but he also runs he runs a charitable foundation which has won several awards. So Mukul is actually, he is like the ambassador for like trustworthiness. But I that's why I want to know, Mukul, where is this question coming from?
Yeah, Mansi, you guessed it right, because we are in a social domain. So,
Yes.
Nowadays, many people wear many hats whenever, they are in social domain. So it's from first impression point of view, right? Whenever we approach someone, then how do we present ourselves? That creates our first impression. So from that perspective, I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And thanks to Salwa for a very simple and clear answer. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think it really does just, if you are, responsibly put together, I don't think you have to be over like suited up, because sometimes that can, especially in the nonprofit world, I know a couple of nonprofit founders, and they get all sorts of critiques sometimes when they look like they're too done up. especially one of my friends, and she carries her Louis Vuitton and she looks too fancy. So her board members are like, it looks like you're just spending a lot on you. And I mean, I'm not saying I agree with that, but I feel like trustworthy is more like you have a respect for you and your vessel and how you show up, but you don't have to try too hard to look like you're running a super successful business. I think that's your presence, not what you wear,
So would you say more approachable, relatable clothing rather than?
I think and what's you, because people know when you don't feel like you're you. So if you are not comfortable, if you put on a suit and it's going to feel like you're constricted and you're not you, I would just put a nice button down shirt and like a slick pair of jeans, and if that feels more you, it comes across as like you are fully embodying you. So it's really just you, people can kind of pick up, I think, when you're trying to portray something that's not. So I think do you, but like have respect for, if your clothes is wrinkled, I'm going to take care, I'm going to give it love, and I'm going to put myself together in a way, but you embody your essence. Don't try too hard, because that gives off mistrust. I think I can pick up when people are like showing up in a mask, essentially. I pick up on that, and then I don't really trust. I'm like, okay, who are you really?
Salwa, this is such a great answer. I think this is great advice for everyone, because as you're right, people do pick up those vibes when you are not being you, you're trying to be someone else. It's very hard to trust a person, whether you can see it very consciously or you just have a feeling that something doesn't add up here. And
yeah, exactly.
So Shivu, was that question answered? And can we see some of Salwa's clothing? Can we a little? Because she's so fabulous. It's fiercely fabulous. Yeah.
Yes. Pankajji, can you please share?
Yes.
I don't even know what you guys picked. There's like so much.
You have such a body of work. Yeah.
All over the place. Oh yeah, that's fitness stuff.
Yeah. So this is you have recently made this, right?
Yeah, that was summer collection. I kind of wanted more earthy, flowy. Yeah. The fitness is current.
Yeah, the fitness is current. Yeah.
That was a fashion show. So I showed evening wear and ready to wear. So they're all the models backstage. They're kind of all mixed in there. So it's kind of all over the place, and there's short me in the middle.
You know what, Salwa, we cannot, you look like a model yourself. We cannot tell who's the model, who's the designer.
I feel like it's a trust thing too. I like to show that I wear my stuff, and I'm 5'3", and if I would never create something that I wouldn't wear. So I think it's important to show it in action.
Wow.
That's old. Yeah, I had pretty light hair there. That is leather shorts and a sweater.
I like the previous one too. The one in was it blush or pink? So you in the city, Salwa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was New York. Yeah, this is from summer collection. So just dress.
This is such a beautiful.
So that's good. I almost did, but not quite.
Stunning.
Yeah, summer line.
Oh, I love this monarch butterfly thing.
Wow,
It's just
nice.
I love color. That orange would look good on her for her YouTube channel. The other one.
Yeah. The monochromatic one, right? No,
the one over the coral dress.
Yeah, that's what the orangish. Yeah, the previous one.
Yeah.
So here's the structured inspiration. Huh?
I like a little structure, a little flair, a little fitness. Yeah. I mean, we have different needs. I don't want to be too niche because I have different ideas and fashion needs. So.
So Salwa, Poonam was asking, have you visited India?
No, I really want to, but I haven't yet. For a while I was working with Raja. You connected us.
Yeah, Radha, yes.
I really wanted to go and see her and look at fabric and create a collection together, but there just hasn't been a good time because I have because of kids, I can't just take off for like an extended amount of time, but I will.
Well, we have you have so many new Indian friends now, whenever you want.
I'm there, and I want to, is the robot in India too? I want to meet her.
Yes, yes.
The spirituality without visiting India.
Do what?
The spirituality thing.
Yeah.
Without visiting India, you cannot complete it.
That's okay. I guess I have to go then.
Yes, you have to.
It's part of my journey. I need to go to India. Where in India should I go?
Entire India is spiritual, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Wherever you will go, you'll find. Start from the Kerala, start from the Rameswaram, then go to the Himalayas.
Okay.
So
me that.
Yes, we'll hook you up. But Pankaj is like, wherever you come in India, that's a great place to start because everywhere there's spirituality. So
yeah,
that's what Pankaj went.
It's definitely, Bali is on my list for next year, but maybe I need to add India on the way or after.
Absolutely.
And you can come Dhule also, meet us.
Oh, you can come and meet Arohi in Dhule.
I would love to. I have plans now. Oh my gosh. I better block out some time.
And and Kalpana is like, the Kalpana with the cooking channel is like, you can have food at my home. That's worth a visit.
Actually, Quanto family, it is a big family. From every part of every corner of India, we all are here in this family. So wherever we will go in India, you will find a home.
Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna text Ramsey when I'm ready to go. And I'm gonna crash with family. No hotel needed. Thanks. Wow. It's so nice. You guys are so nice. I love it.
So we have a last question, I think after if Shiva wants to ask, but Abnaz is asking that she feels that she is, I think, heavier below her stomach. So she only wears black formal pants. Do you have any advice for her?
So, okay. I think it's more about what you showcase. So she's lower stomach is where she feels heavier. There's a lot of really nice empire waistline dresses. There's also a lot of really nice drop waist things. I don't think you should limit to black. I think color is irrelevant. I think it's more about fit. Find a fit that showcases your, and don't think about, I tell women, I don't really think about hiding. Think about what you want to spotlight. So, okay, you know that you think your bottom midsection's heavier. Let's talk about what is your best features? What do you want to bring attention to? And then focus on that. Maybe she has great legs. So show a little more leg and looser on top. Maybe it's she has a tiny natural waist, but bigger here. I think it's more about, I like to have a positive, focus on the good. And so look at yourself and see what you should celebrate and show more. And then pick clothing around that and color, have fun with color. There's so many great colors, and you are worthy to celebrate all the colors like that. You can find a fit in every color.
I really liked your answer. Actually, my kid also, I have a little bit of belly. So I don't wear skirts and all much. And then I said, keep it, my stomach is visible. And my daughter is if it's visible, it's visible. Mine's okay. Just accept that. So like that children are so innocent, like in your answer, like you have to accept that thing first, then only we can
Yeah.
yes. I like that point about
what you love most about your body and then celebrate that, and like that will just be so exude celebration, self-love, instead of like hide, don't hide.
Salwa, I feel you need to do another session and address this. The clothes are an expression meant to empower us and to celebrate ourselves, but so often we get into this box and we are like, I'm not perfect, so I am going to hide.
By the
So
way,
yes, back,
yeah, did you tell her about the connection of astrology in clothes?
What, Shiva?
We are going to have a session on the connection of astrology.
How did I forget
and
that?
clothes.
Yes.
And we are going to have a session on that very soon.
Oh, Salwa. So we are going to have a session on, we have been doing astrology groups, but, Shivo has, of course, done a lot of new inventions in astrology. But one of that, what he has done is, because astrology is so complex, what he has done is he's taken like factors upon like hundreds of factors. And in our horoscope, we have like 12 houses, like we have all the zodiac signs in our horoscope, we have 12 houses, and he has given scores for everyone. Like he's personalized it. He's looked at everyone's horoscope and given scores. Okay. And he has just done it. It has been a dream of his, but we finally have a course, and now we are automating it and all. Anyway, so we have this course where everyone has the 12 houses, the zodiacs, and what is the score, whether it's auspicious or intense. Okay, so based on auspiciousness, on intensity. So we are going to have a class on how should a person dress in a way that is most auspicious and intense for them. And so I would heartily like to invite you to the class.
What is that dress code which invites synchronicity in your life and opens your destiny?
Yes,
what is
really
that dress code?
I've actually thought about, I'm like, there's got to be a way to do fashion horoscopes. I know like there's days where certain colors are supposed to be good for your energy, but I've always had a curiosity around that, like how to really target it per person based on their like chart. That's amazing.
And this is personalized. And Shiva, do you think we can do Salwas also if she wants?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So Salwa, I will let you know, but I really invite you to that session. Let's do it on the day you can come, and this will be very personalized, because see, when you have the sun sign, you're only seeing the position of the sun, but this is like all the houses and what is the intensity and what is something you want to portray. Like for example, when Mukul goes and he wants to pitch, a grant for his foundation, what is that he needs to wear? And what are the colors? What are the styles? What are the, so we're going to go into that. And
all that with like the number calculation really targets all of that. That's amazing.
Yeah, like for example, I mean, I don't know if we have time, but I could show you like, one chart, and but Shiva, we will have that soon, right? We'll have that discussion soon.
And also, Mansi, you can share your insight that people wear what is most intense for them and not what is auspicious. This is what we have discovered.
Shocking thing, Salwa, like a shocking thing. Like, when we first did this, I was like, people have an idea, right? People have like, this is my style. These are my colors. Many people have an understanding. And let's say we have these two parameters of intensity and auspiciousness, okay? So what we noticed is that people will pick colors that are intense, where they have a high intensity score, but it may not be auspicious at all. And that's what they'll just keep gravitating. And this has happened with fashion designers. Radha did it. There was another designer who used to design to the stars. And she was shocked that even she was picking clothes where her intensity was highest and not her auspiciousness.
Oh, so we want like kind of both? Or do we want
so we want something that is intense and auspiciousness, but we definitely want something that is auspiciousness. Like, sometimes how we are more interested in a train wreck, like we can't take our eyes off an accident,
Yeah.
You know,
I've
but
heard
we don't
like
want
that.
that in our life. We don't want to attract those things, right? It might be very intense, but we don't want to attract. And this was like mind blowing when we came to know. And I even remember going to Radha's shop once, and I wanted to pick all the colors which were intense but not necessarily auspicious. And I was just getting attracted to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, we have such deep wiring that takes like
Exactly.
into fashion is something I'm very passionate about and working on in a couple of different ways. But like this is like amazing. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
So definitely, Shiva, thank you. I cannot believe I forgot to say that. I mean, it just, I got so excited about other things.
Yeah, it's okay. You would have remembered. You would have texted me.
Eventually, I would have remembered. But thank you. So Shiva, we'll definitely, Salwa, we'll definitely do a day that you can come. We'll do that class.
Okay.
Yeah. So for example, you know, this is like the chart that we have made. So these are all the house numbers. And this is the intensity and auspiciousness. So for this person, you know, you see how she should not dress like a Gemini. Because you see the intensity is very high. It is 63.
Yeah.
But auspiciousness is negative.
Wow.
So this person should not dress like a Gemini. She should dress up more like a Leo, because you see how her auspiciousness is very high there.
Yeah.
So, you know, so then we're going to talk about what is Gemini kind of clothing, what is the styles, what are the colors, and what is the Leo style of clothing and what she should really imbibe more of.
Wow. That's awesome. I love it.
So, you know, like, and when it is numbers, it makes it so much easier. And then, of course, we give them, so this is how to do astrology for yourself without learning the full astrology. So, you know, they just have to learn the house, what do the houses represent and what are the zodiacs that are important to them. They don't need to know everything. And they can just go deeper into what is most important, what to avoid, what to resolve, where is evolution for you, but also where is success for you. Like Shiva always says, there are places in life for your evolution and there are places in your life for success. So, you know, so how do you dress for success, really?
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay. I'm very interested in that. And also just seeing how we can like get this out to more people. I think that's like,
yes,
you know?
because why shouldn't everyone dress their most auspicious, expressive best, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like who cares about trends? This is what's important.
Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you, Shiva. So we will definitely, Salwa will definitely invite you for that. And thank you so much for patiently answering so many questions. And I think we are all energized. I think we're going to take a second look at our clothes and wardrobe today.
Oh, yeah. And you're going to go to bed first though, right? It's late for you guys.
Yes, we'll dream about it.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. It was fun.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really our honor.
And so yeah, thank you everyone for coming, and a quick thank you to Rupali for coordinating today's session, and thank you to all our hero coaches, and of course, love to Divya and Ranjana. Okay, love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mansi. I wanted
Ranjana,
to.
how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How is Divya feeling?
Divya didn't go as Divya thought it would, so she's a bit upset. But I want to tell Salwa that when I showed her your page, and when she saw you wearing the designs, and then she saw your entire troop of models wearing, she spotted each design that she saw you in. And at the end, when you came, and she was like, "My God, Mom, she's more prettier than all the models that walked."
That's so sweet.
She was absolutely, getting so happy and excited about every video and every picture that she saw of yours. She's so pretty, so talented, so good with everything. So I'm so thankful to Mansi for choosing you for Divya. I never thought that someone so talented would come her way. Thank you very much for your time and
you have a very, very special
patience
daughter.
with her.
So good job. You're doing something very good there. She's amazing. Oh, she did great.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, this is like, she was on a train and then she was on a cab. Like, talk about rock star. I mean, anybody would have been like, I can't do this. So, yeah.
She's
Good
yeah.
job.
I mean, when she was making all those
And this
patterns
is
as a
one
child,
thing we teach to everyone, that chaos is everywhere. So don't resent it, include it in your life and create,
Yeah,
irrespective of whatever comes.
exactly.
yeah.
I 100% agree with that.
So the hero's journey taught me one thing, whenever Divya used to apply makeup, or, whenever she was at doing all that fashion stuff, I never paid much attention firstly, but I didn't stop her either. The only thing I stopped her was for the makeup. And when we got into the journey, and when we saw that, okay, there is more talent to it than, just stopping kids from doing what they like doing. And it just gave a direction to the whole thing. So that was one very wonderful thing that happened with the hero's journey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shiva sir and Mansi.
I love that. I think kids' permission to share is so important, because they're still going to do it, but then they're not going to share with their parents, and then you're missing out on like the most beautiful thing. Yeah.
True.
And I have to share, Salwa's heart, because when I shared about Divya to Salwa, Salwa was like, that she herself offered that she'd be happy to mentor her as she goes on this journey. So Salwa, thank you so much for that. Just shows
Thank you.
the generosity of your heart.
Of course. I love seeing that, and she's so special. So yeah.
So thank you all so much for joining us today, and we will see Salwa in one of our in our Astro class. When we discuss dressing for success. So thank you so much to all of you for attending. Love you at the meeting now. Yeah.
Love you too.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.